Hey everybody, this is All Said Tech Worthy, and also today I already did a hands-on look and review on my Lenovo IdeaPad Mix 700, and today I'm actually filming off of it. Today I'm going to be testing out what it looks like when I do scanner videos. So not only will I do about a lot of stuff about Microsoft and Windows, but I love scanners. I'm into weather stations and speakers and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'll be showing off some of the stuff that I've got. But today we're going to be showing off a scanner, actually two scanners today, and they're already pre-programmed. I've had them, I've gotten them for Christmas this past year, so 2015, and both this scanner and my other scanner that I'm going to show you have been really good products. This scanner is a desktop scanner. This is the BC345CRS Uniden Bearcat scanner. Built-in AM/FM radio, alarm clock, and weather alert. 500 channels, narrowband ready, meaning you can get area if you're. It's kind of like close call. If you know what close call is, it's kind of what narrowband. That's what I've read anyway. What it is. Weather alert, so it's got same weather alert. It will go off for emergency alert service, emergency alert system, weather alerts and civil emergencies from NOAA weather radio, AM/FM radio, and an alarm clock and radio alarm with snooze. It's got a lot of cool stuff on it. On the back of the box, it's just Spanish and nothing else on the sides. But when you do open up the box, you'll see the scanner, and you'll see the cord, which is right here. You can kind of see that. And the box was really weird when I opened it. I have an unboxing video already of the scanner, but I kind of opened it, and when I did, I realized that it could just open up like this, and it just kind of all unfolds, and then everything's right there in the box. So it was really weird. When I first opened it up. So you can go. I'll put the unboxing is in the comment section below or in the description, so you guys can see. I'll have to put that back together later. But I already have. Like I said, I've already had it unboxed and everything. The cord is set up in such a way that really nobody can get to and unplug it, because I've had people in the past get to it or accidentally unplug it. So now it's in a secure place. Also, this thing is pre-programmed with my channels before this video. It's been pre-programmed before this video, and I'm gonna plug it in. So it's got one of these little connectors on it. It's flush in the back. The connecting to the spot where where it plugs into the wall. The box, the power brick is absolutely, I think it's humongous. So we're gonna go in the back. Take a look in the back. You got your power here. You've got headphone jack right there. You got a PC jack right there. And you have your AM radio antenna. And I've got that hanging up on the wall on the other side. In fact, I'll go and grab that. That'll come in the box. Also, this antenna, this thing does come out, and it is telescoping. So you'll see it kind of comes out like that. It just kind of comes out and goes into the thing. Make sure it's nice and tight in there. Let me get the antenna for you. Honestly, the antenna works pretty dang well too. I haven't had any really major issues with it. So this is just kind of your standard run-of-the-mill AM/FM radio loop antenna, and then here's a wall bracket. You slip it onto the bottom, or you can hang it or set it down somewhere, whatever. And that goes into the back, but I don't usually listen to that. But the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to put the antenna in. See where the arrow is right there. You're going to want to put the antenna in, and kind of snaps right in there, real nice. Kind of goes in like that, and then you'll plug in your power cord into the bag, DC jack. And it kind of just comes on like that. What we're going to do is I'm going to take that up, and we're going to set the clock. So you'll hit this little clock switch. We'll see here. Wow, that zoomed in a lot further than I thought it was going to. Wow. it's really blurry too. How lovely. Well, this camera isn't really wanting to focus very well. My goodness. Okay, well, I guess it'll just have to do for this video. But right here it says time. You'll slide it over to the very middle where it says clock set, and so we'll set the clock. The current time is 6:14 p.m. So we'll just type in 6 and then enter and 1-4, and then hit enter down for the PM, and it'll slide it over to save the clock setting. And if you slide it all the way over, you'll be able to set the alarm, and then right over it'll just be the clock, and that'll be it. This is your alarm toggle, so you can tell to do a tone or turn on the radio or off. Now let's go over the whole thing of what the scanner does. So I'm going to turn on the light for you. So the way you do that, you'll see on the snooze bar right above it, it'll say light. If you just press it, it'll stay on. And it'll only stay on for I think like 30 or 40 seconds and then turn itself off. If you want it to continually stay on, what you want to do is you want to hold it. And when it makes those two beeps, that'll keep the light on continuously and won't ever shut off. So that way you guys know what's going on, and you can see it'll stay on. Now these two knobs, these are your volume and squelch knobs, and your squelch will help you with your signal. It'll help kind of give it a little bit more sensitivity. The higher it goes, which is all the way, that'd be more sensitive, and the lower it goes, you pretty much won't be able to pick up much except for your close call narrow bands. So I've got it like 3/4 of the way, something like that, right about in there. And this is your general volume. Now I found out that if you can see the little notch right there, from there to there, it can get pretty sensitive with how loud it gets. And so I kind of tend to really be sensitive with it. So what you'll do is you press the power button, and it'll turn on. So right now it's in scanner mode. I'm going to hit the 3 because the channel went bank 3 on. I don't know why bank 3 was off. So it's picking up channels that are already pre-programmed and put in already. So you got your modes. You got your scanners, you got your weather mode, and your AM, FM. So we're in scanner mode, obviously, and so it's scanning. So you can't really see it very well. But when you get the scanner, you'll see it says on this first button, it'll say AM in white and search in red. So when you're in scanner mode, the red text is what these buttons will do. So service would be for this button. You'll just kind of go through it, go through marine, and then these buttons you can choose whichever one. So you can hit police, you go back to service, you can hit fire/EMS. So go through all the pre-programmed channels that are already in here. Go through them for you. Go back, hit the FM2 button. It'll do air. The same thing with ham, marine, all that fun stuff. And then you go back to scan for it to scan all of your manually programmed channels. Now all these buttons, if you can see right here, 1 through 50, 51 through 100, and 100 to 150, that's your bank. These are your banks. So if I press 1 and 2, 3, notice how it's now it's got nothing, because banks 5 through 10 don't have any channels, so it can't go anywhere. But now I'm going to start highlighting banks that I want to hear from. So bank 1 is on, bank 2, now bank 3 and 4, 5. So right now all my banks are on, and all the numbers that you push. So let's say 3. I just turned off bank 3, so now I won't be able to listen for what's on bank 3. Now I can listen to what's on bank 3. See how it goes? Now, if you're going to want to program something, you're going to hit the E button, which would be your enter or program. So what it'll do, it'll stop wherever it's at. It's pretty much the hold. So then you'll go through your list, find a 0 thing, and you'll type in your code, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if you do something like that, and then you add a 5, you probably can't see that, but right at the end of the 6, there's a 50. There are some frequencies that require one number 5 at the end. So 0.45650 instead of 00. So when you hit the 5, it'll add that 50 in for you. You'll hit enter, it'll take it. Now if you don't want that channel, or that channel gets a lot of feedback, you'll hit it. You're already in program mode, so you'll hit enter. You'll hit 0, hit enter, and it'll totally erase it for you, and you're done. Then you can hit scan again, which is what I'm gonna do. Now what we're gonna go to is your weather. This is the weather. These are your weather channels. Now they're not they're programmed weird. You would think that 162.400 would be on channel 1, but actually 162.550 is actually on 1 instead of 7. It's weird how they did this, but hey, at least I get the channels, and that's okay. So if you want to switch and find out which ones are in your area, you just hit one of the up or down arrows, and it'll go through until it finds a different one. Hit it again, and do the same thing. So that's and then also in weather, what you need to do is have it off. For the weather alert feature to work, you have to have the scanner off and in weather mode. Now I've already tested this out, and it brings out a cool alarm. I have a required weekly test video on that. I'll put that URL, that link will be in the description as well. And also I've got a few other weather alerts if you want to go through them. It's about other weather radios, but this one I've only recorded maybe like 3 or 4 times, so you search well for them within this summer. So yeah, but it will sound off the alarm once a weather alert goes through, but it has to be turned off and in weather mode. I already tried to see what would happen when the scanner was on and in weather mode. It didn't work. So yeah, that's what happened. So that happens. So that's basically it for the weather. Now here's your AM FM. Now it kind of works kind of like a regular handheld AM FM radio, like this one, the C Crane one. You kind of put in your station that you want, and you hit memory and whatever, and you save it. Now this can be kind of confusing. I still haven't really gotten it down very well, and really it's weird, but here's FM2. It's got 2 banks for FM, and each bank for FM holds 10 channels, so you can get 20 channels in one. Now if you hit AM, it'll obviously go to AM, and just for you guys, I'm going to plug in the AM for you. Now remember, it goes into the back. It doesn't matter. I've tried it to see if it matters which one the wires go into, and so far it doesn't even really matter which one it goes into. But the wires do go in pretty far, and then they just snap right in. So we'll just kind of put the antenna right there, turn it on. So it works. It works. And I think the AM antenna also helps with FM too. I think it does. But you can have your personal preference on that. So yeah, that'll do that. And then again, FM2, you put in your numbers. So 1 or I don't know, 4 or so. You pick your bank. Yeah. See, I have no idea. I did it once already, and it took forever. And then I never messed with it because it was during it was like Christmas time that I did it. But here's all of your stations. You can save them all of my stations anyway. And channel 10 is 0, as you would probably think. And you can also use the arrow buttons. Now I'm gonna go to FM2. I'm gonna hit memory, maybe. There we go. So you can also search. You can search. It'll scan through, and I think also, yeah. Then you can hit your. Then you hit enter. Okay, well, sure. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so it's something like that. Like I said, I haven't messed with that. Yeah, see, I can't remember. So again, we'll go back to the scan, and this does hold 5 channels. There we go. So 500 channels, 50 channels per bank. 500. I'm not even sure if I'll ever hit 500, but I guess the day will come when it truly happens. Also, you probably saw it already, but it's got a little battery symbol up there. What you can do is you can go in the back. You can put in 3 AA batteries for backup, for battery backup. Sometimes you probably have heard of some scanners or radios or weather radios that would sometimes um, like the batteries would either drain or corrode while being plugged while your system is plugged in. I had a set of batteries in there for like 5 or 6 months and they never corroded or died. So it works. It doesn't use the batteries at all. It's almost like they're in storage. So and it also, the batteries add a considerable amount of weight, and you'd think, well, duh. But once you put it in, you figure out that it really does put on a good amount of weight. You'll be like, oh wow, he wasn't kidding. They do put in a considerable amount of weight. So that is that scanner, and in fact, I kind of took a lot of time with that. Here is the handheld scanner that I was just telling you about. So I'm going to move this off to the side so we can put this handheld right in front center. This one's a lot easier to talk about because there's not as much here than what that one is. It has weather alert, or doesn't have weather alert, but it does have weather radio. Took off the antenna to show you that the antenna will come detached in the box. I do not have the box with me, but the way you put on the antenna, you see the little thing right there. There's a little blip there. You'll put it in there. You'll twist it, and it'll snap. It'll snap into place. So we're going to turn it on. Here's your power button. Turns on the exact same way the base scanner does, and like normal, you got your 10 banks up here. This one holds 300 channels for 30 channels per bank, and the volume, you hit this, you push down on the volume, and your volume will come up, and you can change it however you want. Now this one is also different the way you program it. If you can tell, there are red markings on these black buttons and a couple on the white ones. Now I'm gonna you're gonna hit function. So what you're gonna do if you want to hit these red buttons, or the red ones, the red mark, you'll hit function first, and then the red one. And the enter button works as a program button. So just like the BC345, the BC75 will pause it as well, and then you can go through, find your empty channels. You'll put in your number like this, and it does the same thing with the 50 at the end. You'll hit enter, it'll save it, and then this one does the same thing. You push enter, and it totally erases it. Now also, this one has a search function as well, and it's got the close call. So I can hit scan, I'll go to search, it'll automatically search through everything. This one I believe is fire and EMS, but I'm going to hit the service, and now we're in, this is weather mode. Hit it again, hit function again, and now we're at police. Now we're in fire, this is fire, marine, oh crap, race, air, ham, rail, CB, and other. So it's got a few more things you can do on this one than the other one doesn't. And it's also got a lockout mode and lock. So then I'll just go back and hit scan. That's about it. And again, it holds 300 channels, 30 channels per bank. And also for the light, I've tried to see if I can always have the light on whenever it's on, but I can't. So what you'll do is you'll hit the power button and the light will come on, and yeah, and then it'll stay on, I think, for a good 30-40 seconds, and then it'll turn itself off. Or you can manually turn it off like that. Now when you do go to turn it off, you'll also hold down on the power button, and it'll shut off on its own, but the light will also come on. And then it'll shut off just like that. Here's the cool thing, a couple of them anyway. It comes with a belt clip. It will come with a belt clip screwed in. Also, it will come with a USB cord. Now this is a mini USB cord, not a micro. This is a mini to USB. You can plug this in. What you can do is you can go onto Unident's website and you can get scanner software. The link is for that. It is also in the description below. Now what you do is, this does take 2 AA batteries. You can get a rechargeable nickel metal hydride, or you can get your regular Duracell Energizer Rayovac alkaline batteries, non-rechargeables. And the way to do that is you'll take that out, and at the bottom there's a switch. And what it'll do is it'll tell you you have to switch that to make sure to let the radio know that you're either in alkaline mode or nickel metal hydride. When you're in nickel metal hydride, it'll tell the radio that it can charge. Now I can plug this into any box, like my phone charging box. I can plug it into the side, and it'll charge the batteries. Now I have come to the realization that it takes a long time for them to charge. I once tried charging them for like 2 hours, and then it lasted for like an hour, and then it's already said low battery, and I thought that the batteries were already bad. But what happened was I decided to charge it overnight while I slept, came the next morning, and it lasted for like 5-6 weeks, and then it said low battery. So it does take a long time to charge. So if you ever want to charge it, just let it charge while you're sleeping, or while you're on a road trip, or while you're doing work outside all day, something like that, to let it just charge. It can also be used while it's charging. It'll still charge while you're using it. But what will happen if you have an alkaline and you have alkaline batteries in it, it will not allow you to charge it. It'll plug in, and it'll tell you not charging, because it does not want to kill your batteries and make them explode, which would be what would happen. Your batteries would explode. But I do also sometimes take these out and put them in the battery charger that I bought these with. So sometimes I can do that. But anyway, that concludes this video of the hands-on look and reviews of both the Uniden BC345CRS weather alert radio and scanner, as well as the BC75XLT handheld scanner. Both scanners are just phenomenal. If I was able to, I'd give it 5 out of 5 stars. If I could, I'd give it more than 5. I'd give it 10 out of 5 stars. These scanners are probably the best scanners I've ever had, and I really encourage you to buy these. I got this for $70 off of Amazon, but the price unfortunately went up to $84 the last time I saw it. This comes from Amazon as well, $80, and this one actually has a model newer to itself. I believe it's the BC347 or something like that. You'll find it on Amazon, but that it actually goes for over $300. So really, if you don't really want much of the newer models stuff, and you're just looking for a basic thing to use, whether you're on the road or at home, this is it. $80, it's cheap, but it works perfectly. This was also $70, but it's $84 on Amazon. Again, really good basic scanner that comes with the weather alert and narrowband close call. So that's it for this video. All the links that I just talked about will be in the description below. I will also have a link to both scanners at Amazon on Amazon in the description below. So have yourselves a wonderful day. This is All Said Techworthy, Nathaniel Lusk signing off.